So now we are going to discuss about optical isomerism. Optical isomerism is nothing but optical isomers are two different compounds with similar chemical formula but different spatial arrangement of atoms are present. Okay, chemical formula remains same but connectivity of the atoms connectivity. So whatever atoms are connected will be same, but around the carbon atom their positions will be varied is called optical isomerism. So detailed definition is given here. Optical isomerism occurs when substances have same molecular formula and structural formula but cannot superimpose on each other, simply mirror images to each other. Okay, so when we change the position of the functional group so that there is a possibility of optical isomers, they have same molecular formula but have different type of optical rotation. When they kept under optical light, their properties are different. So those are called optical isomers. Again, we can classify optical isomers into two types. One is called enantiomers, second is called diastereomers. Let us go with one by one. Optical isomers are again two types. One is enantiomers, second is diastereomers. Enantiomers are nothing but here enantio stands for opposite, mers stands for parts. So when we are going with two, so enantiomers are nothing but two. When we are going with what? So any compound in that enantio opposite parts are present. So opposite is nothing but mirror image type of relation present between two different compounds, that is called what? Enantiomeric relation. So mirror images are there and these two mirror images are non-superimposable. Okay, any two isomers with similar molecular formula and exist in mirror image relationship and both are non-superimposable on one another. Non-superimposable in the sense when we are reinforcing both the molecules, both are not giving same kind of structure. So without any shifting or rotation, if both are superimposed one another, so which are not exactly reinforcing, same functional groups are not present, but when we flip that molecule then it becomes exactly matching with second kind of isomer. The type of relation is called a mirror image relationship and both are called non superimposable or non identical. Okay, so enantiomers are nothing but similar molecular formula. No, similar molecular formula should be there and both should be mirror images and non-superimposable relationship when present. Those two isomers are called enantiomers. Enantiomers have this relation. Enantiomers, when these isomers kept under plane polarized light, so if the rotation is carried towards right hand side, plane polarized light is nothing but unidirectional light. So obviously we know light having the provision to move in all possible directions, but so when it is allowed to move through the grating or what we can say prism, we call prism or polarizer. So what happens, only direction containing light is obtained, that is called monochromatic light and plane polarized light. The plane polarized light is allowed to pass through this enantiomeric compound. The compound either rotate the plane polarized light towards right hand side or left hand side. So if it is able to rotate towards right side, that is called dextrorotatory. That rotation is indicated with positive sign. If that isomer rotates light towards left hand side right rotation or left hand side direction, that is called levorotatory, which is indicated with negative sign. Okay, so if the atom or molecule is allowed to irradiated with plane polarized light. So after passing through this compound, light involved in deviation in their rotation. Initially it is unidirectional or straight forward. After passing through the compound, that is shifted with a particular angle either towards right side or left side. If it is moving towards right side is called dextrorotatory. The compound is said to be dextrorotatory, denoted with plus sign. If it is rotating light towards left side, that is called levorotatory, called minus sign. Here we have example for enantiomeric pair, erythros and D plus erythros and L minus erythros. Erythrose is the 4-carbon chain where we have 2 hydroxy functional groups are in the right hand side direction in the first isomer. 2 OH groups are present on left hand side direction in the second compound. Hence, we can say these two are exactly, when we keep the mirror here, this is the exact mirror image of first one. And when these two molecules are superimposed, what happens? Both are not superimposed because both are not exactly identical. Hence, this pair is the best example for enantiomeric D plus erythrose and L minus erythrose. Properties of enantiomers. Now let us go with properties of enantiomers. Enantiomers are having same molecular formula and same type of composition will be there. Only the difference is position of the functional groups. Here, right side functional group is there. Here, left side functional group is there. That's the reason why their physical properties will not be varied. Whatever melting point, boiling point, density, everything will remain same in case of enantiomeric pair. And enantiomeric pairs having different optical rotation. As already we know, one of the isomer is dextrorotatory and the second isomer is levorotatory. Means one of the isomer rotates towards right side, second isomer rotates towards left side. That's why, except that optical rotation, remaining all the properties are exactly same. And even chemical properties of these two enantiomers are exactly same. So, but when this compound is treated with another chiral molecule, chiral in the sense optically active molecule, which is nothing but carbon having 4 different functional groups around that, is called chiral. When this enantiomer is treated with that chiral molecule, the rate of reaction will be different. So apart from that, remaining all physical and chemical properties of enantiomers remain same. They are separated by chiral column chromatography. So it's very difficult to separate enantiomeric pair because properties are exactly same. That's the reason why. So a special method we need, that is chemical chiral column chromatography. But the physiological properties are different. Physiological properties are nothing but, so when we apply for any treatment or any interaction with living organisms, their properties are somewhat different for 2 enantiomers. Let us go with a few examples. Plus ascorbic acid is more efficient compared to minus ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is nothing but vitamin C. So when dextrorotatory isomer we are taking, its efficiency will be high compared to levorotatory compound. And minus nicotine is it is an alkaloid type of compound which having poisonous nature. Minus nothing but levorotatory. This levorotatory having more poisonous nature compared to plus nicotine. Plus nicotine is nothing but dextrorotatory. So that's the reason why minus isomer poisonous is very high compared to plus isomer. This is about what physiological properties of dextro and levorotatory isomers. And the next is about enantiomers differs in their configuration. One of the isomer is R configurated, second isomer is S configurated. RS configuration is important for optical isomers. So in order to give these RS notations, again we have to follow Kohn-Ingold-Prelog rules. Okay. So according to these Kohn-Ingold-Prelog rules, we have to give the numbering to 4 groups present around the carbon. After giving numbering, if we are moving from higher priority to lower priority in the clockwise rotation or clockwise direction, that is termed as R configuration or rectus. If higher to lower priority, if we are moving in anti-clockwise rotation, that is called SR sinister. Okay, so this is about properties of enantiomers. Properties of enantiomers are almost equal for 2 kind of enantiomers. Dextro and levorotatory both are having exactly similar type of properties because there is no difference in the compound. Molecular formula remains same, composition remains same, only the difference is just we are changing the position of functional group. One of the group, one of the compound, one of the isomer may have in the right side, second isomer may have left side direction. Apart from that, entire structure will remain same. That's the reason why Here, most of the properties of enantiomers remain same. That's why it is very difficult to separate two enantiomeric pairs. If we are mixing 50% dextro with 50% levo isomer, that mixture is called a racemic mixture. Now, let us divide this enantiomers in brief. Enantiomers are nothing but two optical, this comes under the part of optical isomers only. So two isomers which resembles in molecular weight remains same, but only the difference is these are mirror images and non-superimposable in nature. Okay, non-superimposable mirror images are called enantiomeric pair. Okay, so when any molecule or isomer is irradiated with plain polarized light, if the rotation is towards right hand side, that is called the dextrorotatory. If it is left hand side, that is called the levorotatory. This dextro and levo pair is called the enantiomeric pair. Okay, if we are mixing this dextro with levo exactly in equal proportion, the total mixture is called a racemic mixture. Okay, we took a simple example, erythrose. D plus erythrose and L minus erythrose will be there. D plus stands for two OH groups are present on the same side, that is right hand side. L minus stands for two OH groups are present in the left hand side. When we are taking these two compounds, both are exactly mirror images to each other and mirror images, but their optical rotation will be different. Dextrorotatory right hand side, levorotatory left hand side will be there. When we consider their chemical properties are their properties of enantiomers, all physical properties are exactly same. Melting point values of two isomers, boiling point values, density, refractive index, any physical entities are there to define the molecule. All will be same for this enantiomeric pair. When we are going with their chemical properties, reaction with any oxidizing agent or reducing agent, any kind of reaction, chemical reactions also same for enantiomeric pair. But when that enantiomer is treated with chiral reagent or optically active molecules, their properties are somewhat varied because rate of reaction towards chiral reagent will be different for two isomers. That's the reason why properties are varied in case of what chiral reagent. And in order to separate these enantiomers, chiral column chromatography method is applicable, and physiological properties of enantiomers are varied. So, plus ascorbic acid having more efficient nature compared to minus ascorbic acid. Minus nicotine having poisonous nature compared to plus nicotine. These are the physiological properties. Mainly depends upon their this optical rotation. So by changing this direction of position, their properties also vary. That's the reason why it is very important to know the stereochemistry of the given compound. Enantiomers having different configuration with respect to this RS notations. RS notations are given by Kahn-Ingold-Prelog rules, just to be discussed for geometrical isomerism. Even these rules, the same kind of rules are applicable to what geometrical isomers also. So this is about enantiomers.